This is UMass Hockey.
And O'Hara does something marvelous yet again!
Home to future NHL stars. 5 NCAA tournaments in the last 6 seasons. 2 Frozen Fours. And a national title.
Another shot, they score!
It's NewMass at a whole new level. Now to get you pumped for all the Minutemen action on the ice, along with Nathan Strauss, here's the voice of the Minuteman, Jay Burnham.
And welcome into the NewMass Minute. It is time for the season to begin. Welcome back to the podcast Emporium. Jay Burnham, voice of the Minutemen, alongside my broadcast partner, Nathan Strauss. And our first real true, second player guest since building this thing, Lucas Olvestad, first hockey player joining us in the room. How you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me.
What do you guys, what's the vibes? How you feeling headed into this weekend?
Feels good. A lot of excitement. I think everyone's kind of got some butterflies going on, so really excited, yeah.
I remember you came in last year and you were one of the new defensemen last year, but Greg Carvel right away said you were one of the leaders in the room. Tell me about when you found out you were going to be one of the 2 captains this year. Like, what does that mean to you? And what was it like when you actually heard that news?
It was crazy. It was kind of an emotional moment, like kind of nothing really I had in mind or expected coming here. Kind of focusing on taking everything day by day, but then kind of when you zoom out and kind of realize kind of the journey you went through, and then ultimately getting those news was cool. Really proud moment, yeah.
Go back to last year. You guys had such a great season. You go into the Elite Eight. What was that postseason? Obviously not new to you, being a transfer from Denver the year prior, but what did you guys think about when it all ended last year, kind of how good that team was?
Yeah, it's always like once you're in it, you don't really realize kind of like how good of a team you were and how close you were. But yeah, it was a special group, kind of looking back at like the amount of NHL contracts and AHL contract that was signed at the end of the year.
Is it wild just to see guys being like, oh, he's gone, NHL, he's gone, NHL.
Yeah. And then like the impact they have on those teams that they signed with too is kind of like, wow, like we really did have a special group. But yeah, those playoff runs, they're so quick too. You kind of don't really realize what's going on as it's happening either. So really tough how it ended. Really think we kind of like deserved a little better ending than what we got. But it's really cool looking back at it too. It's really fun.
You can always tell a player who's been under Greg Carvel because they start to say the same things that Greg Carvel says. You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
That's hard prepared, et cetera. But
Yeah.
But no, I think most people would agree with you there too. I know, UMass the last 2 years has brought over a lot of European players, a couple Swedes, a Latvian or two, a couple of players from Czechia as well. What's the jump like when you come over to North America for the first time, whether it's going to the USHL or to the NCAA? Like what are the differences in how the game is taught or played at a young age in Sweden or Europe?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it was a huge difference. Back home, obviously, we have the Olympic sheet here at Mullins, but like you're used to playing every single game on that. It's very possession based, and like if you don't have to give the puck away, don't give the puck away. Here, it's very north south, just kind of moving pucks. It's way more physical, way faster, I'd say. So the transition took me a while personally. I really struggled with it at the start, but like once you kind of get the hang of it, like it's a really fun brand of hockey to play, especially how we play it here too. Kind of playing North American style hockey on an Olympic sheet is like very fun too. So, and very effective when everything clicks. So,
when you arrived, I think people looked at your numbers last year and they were like, this guy he's not offensive minded, right? But then you were able to go and score goals right away. Did you feel like you made an impact, or at least did you feel like you've made adjustments in your game and growth from when you arrived to where you were at the end of the season a year ago?
Yeah. It's kind of like getting used to the system too. I feel like when I play my game within our system, I mean, I'm not gonna be a point a game, but like I'm gonna produce in a certain way. So definitely like kind of just figuring out the players you play around, that plays around you, and yeah. But like production was never really kind of anything I really was focusing on that much.
When was the first goal you scored last year?
It was Air Force.
Like the second game of the year, right?
I think I think it took the first month of the year for you to have more goals at UMass than you did at 56 games at Denver.
Speaking of your teammates, you will be on the line with Owen Murray, we feel, for this season. What's it like playing with him, and what, I guess, is that level of defensive pairing? Like, how do you guys feel out there together?
I mean, at this point, pretty comfortable playing with him since we did it all last season too. But he's easy to be around too, kind of just like very good at communicating. We do that, I mean, off the ice, but on the ice too. So it's really happy he's ended up being my partner on the ice.
What would he say about you as a person?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask him.
Well,
Yeah. Hopefully something good.
When people have been asking Coach Carvel about the leadership group this year, he said how, Owen is definitely the vocal guy a lot of the time, and he's just a talker, as you'll hear. He's just a yapper in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
But how do you feel like you balance him out in that respect? Like Coach Carvel said, you're like in the locker room, you're like the steadying presence,
Yeah. I don't know. It's nothing really I think about that much. Kind of just trying to be myself. I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but can get, I don't know, serious and intense in certain moments. But like, I don't know. I kind of like had it in mind going into this year, kind of being a leader in that sense, kind of not changing my personality as well. So just being myself, honestly. And I think it kind of like goes pretty well with Murr when he goes off. So.
I think it's interesting because we saw last year the two freshmen on the blue line, Del Elche and Keenan. From your perspective, watching them, what did you see from them, month 1 to month 2 to month 3 in their progression?
Yeah. I mean,
Did you notice it?
Yeah. You could right away tell that they had like it. I mean, their toolbox is endless, They have every single thing you want in a D-man. But then it's kind of like maturing, and I mean, like they played junior hockey the year before, and the transition to college is big. So, but you could tell they were just so eager to learn and like so desperate to like be a big part of the team. So like the progression was like unbelievable. I thought in those final games of the year, I thought Larry was the best player on our team. Like, and I think, I mean, Deli, just like the offensive presses and just like how talented of a hockey player he is. It's like it's a pleasure watching both of them. Like even like me and Murr can just look at each other on the bench sometimes and just like, I mean, it's ridiculous what those guys can do. So it's really fun sharing it.
Seeing
the decor
it,
with him,
And you get Landon Nyes this year too, and up until puck drop on opening night, he's not even able to open a bank account in the United States without his parents being there. He doesn't turn 18 until opening day.
Yeah.
What has he shown to you in practice so far and in preseason?
It's kind of that same thing as Deli and Larry. It's just like just how talented of a hockey player he is, and he kind of has that same thing too, that he is very eager to learn, and kind of like you can tell he really tries to pick up on everything. So I would expect kind of the same journey for him as it was for Larry and Deli, but obviously he is still 17 too, which is crazy to think about.
I think about, because we've talked about this about last year, how you're down multiple defensemen and you're playing extensive minutes on the ice. I don't have the numbers
with
in
a
front
broken wrist too for like the last month and a half of the year.
What was your? Do you even look at the ice time that you have per game? Do they tell you like, hey man, you were on the ice for 35 minutes or whatever? Do you have a game that you had the most ice time? Do you remember?
I don't. I remember at the end of the year it was up.
It was up there, right?
I think I think both playoff games, both NCAA tournament games, you definitely were north of 30.
Yeah.
So you busted your wrist.
It was my thumb. Broke my thumb.
Okay. When was that?
It was I think it was the second shift of the last main game, like the last regular season.
It was
game.
the Friday main game. It was the first of the two.
Yeah. It? Yeah.
And then what was was it fractured, broken?
Yeah, kind of a fracture, kind of
And what'd you do? Just
pointed the other way. I was just going down the
Split it up?
wall to pinch, like on the wall, and I kind of just got stuck in a main player and finished the shift kind of like skating around. Felt weird, and I got the puck, and I was trying to like put one off the glass, and puck wouldn't really go anywhere, so just went to the bench, took my glove off, and
like-
the thumb was pointing the wrong way. So
Hockey guys, am I right, Jay?
but they needed you back out there, right? They needed you.
Oh, not
No,
not for the next couple weekends.
Okay.
But
you came back. You came back for the Minnesota game.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're playing with was it like splinted then inside? the
Yeah, I
glove?
had
Is
a
that-
cast over, and then it was all wrapped up, which honestly worked really well. Like, wasn't really painful at all. So
And then he played 35 minutes and
Yeah.
won an NCAA tournament game in OT against Minnesota. So it all worked out.
I can thank Mark for that one. He was the
healer.
reason for that. So the genius behind it.
I know you were able to go home to Sweden in the summer. Is there anything that you miss about Sweden when you're not there?
I mean, like family and friends is the obvious answer, right? But I won't say that then. I don't know. I do miss kind of like being around like what we were talking about. Djurgården there, like my favorite team there. Going to a lot of soccer and hockey games back home. I do miss doing that. But then it's kind of just, I don't know, the people, the culture, the place. Like live by the
Food?
Fika?
fika. Yeah. I do miss
Explain.
having like 12 cups of coffee a day. I guess that's
You going to Saturnia and getting the coffee buns?
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
cinnamon buns?
exactly.
Cardamom buns? Yeah.
So, like,
we can get
after-
you 12 cups of coffee if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got Swedes on the team. Do you and Elias just chop it up at all, like in Swedish?
Yeah, it's kind of good to have someone that speaks Swedish around here, because I've noticed my Swedish gets a lot worse when I'm here. Like, even my parents make fun of me when we're on the phone sometimes, so it kind of feels good to kind of like keep up on it.
All right. Well, so actually, I was at practice the other day, and I was curious if we can kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. I don't know what hockey folks will probably yell at me about this because they know what this drill is, but they take one net, put it on the blue line, one net, put it on the red line, and then you guys kind of form a wall, and you're fighting for pucks and really shortening the ice. Yeah. What do you guys call that, and what is the purpose of that drill? Because it just feels like there's so much collision and bodies and no room to work. I mean, what is that, and what does it do for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of the Carvo lingo, but the drill's called integrity. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like exactly what you're saying. It's just two guys on each color and just go in there and just kind of go to war for 30 seconds. And
It's like if Oklahoma's were like,
Right.
still a thing.
Yeah,
for football,
100%.
Yeah.
Well, they could be a thing, Jay, if they.
Didn't ban
but,
them,
yeah, no, but it's kind of like an important part of our game and all culture we have here. It's kind of just like playing hard, playing physical, playing fast, and kind of just raising the bar on each other. But it is kind of like one of the key things we do here. Kind of that drill. Kind of everyone knows about it, and everyone's excited about it when we do it.
They get
But
looking forward to doing it.
a little bit, but it's tough. But
I mean, at
it's
this
fun,
point,
yeah.
you've been hitting each other. Like,
Yeah.
how much does that just get old? Where you're like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go out and play against somebody else.
I mean, especially with the team we have this year, everyone's huge. I feel like so.
You're like the
Yeah.
the shortest guy.
I don't know,
you and
yeah.
Murray's probably the shortest guy. He's like
Yeah.
5'11", 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 6'1.5", 6'2", and I feel like I'm 5'4" out there with some of the guys we have. So hopefully, Northern Michigan doesn't hit as hard as Eli Zimmerman does.
Is he? I've heard he's 6'7" and plays like he's 6'7". Is that?
Pretty accurate description, yeah.
Tell us about these freshmen that are coming in. You know, guys that I think a lot of fans have read about. We've been following, but now actually get to see, what excites you about this group.
It's kind of how hungry they've been. They've kind of like really embraced the culture here, and you can tell everyone's like playing really fast and really physical in practice, which is something that usually takes freshmen. Like, I mean, personally, me too. It took me a while to figure it out. So just really excited to see them in action. I feel like, I mean, they're probably more excited than anyone else.
That's awesome.
So
And I know there are a lot of new guys, but I got to ask, best sellies on the team from last year or that you've seen so far?
See, I don't pay attention that much because I'm not really a Sele guy, but I think Cam O'Neill always gets really fired up. I'm a fan of that. Like, he just starts screaming.
Well, what about you? Like, who did you recognize as the best one last
Kenny
year?
Connors with his, he had a knee down snipe against Merrimack for the hat trick,
Yeah,
and then just
when he
stayed
starts-
on the
So the whole-
knee
yeah,
and spun
spinning
into the
around,
corner.
yeah.
And the best Sele I've seen at UMass, Owen Murray, before you got here 2 years ago against Michigan,
Yeah.
scored a goal.
Wait,
I'm
he
not-
knows because you said, so you've seen
Yeah.
it then.
He
Have you seen it?
slides on his knees from like inside the hash marks all the way to the blue line. It's
Yeah.
electric.
Yeah, no,
And-
I've seen that video.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have slid all the way out of the entire building.
Yeah.
That's
Guys
gotta
have
be
to catch up with him at the far blue line to
Yeah.
hug him, right?
Yeah, and Merck's had some good ones too. Lucas Mercury.
Yeah.
All right, last one for you. You know, for you personally, you're a senior. Now you're in your second year here at UMass. You know, what are your goals as you head into this season? What are some of the things you're trying to accomplish?
I feel like the obvious answer is winning, right?
Yeah.
Fortunate enough to do it before and kind of realize what it takes and how unbelievable it is to get the job done. I think that's kind of like the only goal. Just being a leader, and, I don't know, being predictable, doing whatever is necessary for the team to win. I think that's the most important thing for me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, predictable.
Anyone you want to say hello to? Say, hey, we sending this out.
Actually, my mom mentioned that she does listen. So
all right.
Maybe I got to
we don't
shout
want-
out
Hey,
mom for a second.
talk to me. Jag älskar Sverige.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully she listens to this one as well. Lucas, man, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Good luck.
thank
We'll
you.
check in with you during the season, all right?
Yeah.
He's Lucas Olvestad. He is Nathan Strauss. My name's Jay Burnham. We'll see you puck drop on Saturday and Sunday at the Mullins Center. Until next time, my name's Jay Burnham saying so long from Amherst.